Hello! Welcome to another edition of Cooking on the Food Truck. This is Gonzo Gourmet Food Truck. I am Chef Brandon. Kim is filming. Today we are going to prepare a sous vide peach infused pork lollichop. That is way too long of a name. I suggest below in that little thing there about the different names for this dish. I was calling them pork chop lollipops, but anyways, they are a sous vide pork chops, so they're uber tender with a stick in them and a peach dipping sauce. We are gonna start out in the orchard where we are gonna pick some fresh peaches from our finally producing dwarf peach trees. If I look a little different, I actually picked these a couple days ago in a different shirt and my beard was longer. Kim saying no, don't say that. Well, we'll just see how it goes. So we're out here in the orchard and I'm going to get some peaches from our peach tree we're so excited about. Welcome to the commissary. We are going to do the sous vide peach infused pork chops. We start with the pork chops from our farm here. We raise these guys ourselves. To sous vide, you use an immersion circulator. Basically all this device does, it keeps your water bath circulating hot water to cook in. You seal your product into a vacuum sealer, or you can use freezer bags and put them in your hot water bath. The immersion circulator will cook that to a precise temperature. You put your meat in here, and then I just bought a dish rack that fits perfectly in there like that, and it'll keep your product separated. You can buy some fancy ones that cost a bunch of money and a whole setup like this that'll cost you $100. This was like $5 and this was like $2. I'm just gonna make some nice slices here, and we're gonna stuff these pork chops with the peach. All right. Going to make a nice slit into these beautiful chops. Nice peach. This just kind of gives a nice visual for it when you cut into it, and this comes out, right? Shove a couple in that guy. And we'll get another little bottom in the bottom of this guy, right? Cool.
Pretty.
Right?
Yes.
Deal. After we stuff them, we are going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on them, and we're going to sear them. This is a lightly oiled pan. We're just going to sear these chops. Just want a nice brown on them. While that is going, I have this super awesome peach jelly, almost the end of it. Gonna have to call Dad and get more. This comes from a farm near my parents' house up in Knoxville, Tennessee. Delicious homemade peach jam. I'm gonna take some, I'm just gonna disperse it in the sous vide pouch. This, we're just gonna use the freezer bag. Okay. Put on these guys. This is a nice good brown on them. And let these cool for just a second before putting them directly into a bag and have it melt the bag. Get some good peach jam on that. I even try to sneak in there and kind of take some of it and put it in the middle that I cut. Get it all good, shove down there. Beautiful. Hey. Now we want to try to get all the air, or as much as we can, out of this baggie. This is where it's a little easier sometimes using a vacuum sealer, but for something like this, you really don't need to pull out that piece of equipment. We're just gonna get as much air out of there as we can. All right, I'm gonna take my awesome $2 fish rack, pop it in there. Look at these guys, huh? And in they go. Boom, and that's all you gotta do. You set your timer. These go at 143 degrees for about 3 hours. All right, these are done. Yummy. Sous vide, right? Now we are gonna go on the food truck and throw them on the flat top. A neat thing about the pork chop lollipops is you can make these in advance. Put them in the immersion circulator, take them out, keep them in the bag, put them in the refrigerator, 1 or 2 days in advance. Then you can just pull them out, sear them on the flat top, and good to go. You're ready to make a meal in 5 minutes. Before we throw those on, I'm going to make the dipping sauce for the pork lollichops, right? So we're just gonna take some more of our awesome peach jam, and we're gonna use a little bit of familiar pork chop ingredients, such as a little bit of paprika, and I like to add a little heat to it with this cayenne. You check out another one of our videos, we showed you how we made some fresh cayenne powder from our cayenne peppers from last year. But that's it. We're just gonna heat that up over medium heat. Just get it warm, mix it together, and that is it. Just kind of a spicy peach dipping sauce. All right, that is warm. Let that be. We're gonna take some oil again. You can do this in a pan, of course. Basically just heat them back up. And get another little brown on them. We're gonna cut these. Look at that. A nice peach showing in, right? So as you can see, a little bit of pink still in there. That's because I cooked them at 143 in the immersion circulator. If you wanted them more well done with absolutely no pink, kick your immersion circulator up to 150 degrees, but do not go over 150 degrees because, the beauty of the sous vide cooking method, allows these to be super, super tender. And that's why we can skewer them and serve them as little pork chop lollipops, or I'm sorry, Kim, pork lollichops, sous vide, peach infused, pork lollichops. It's way too long. I need suggestions. That looks good. Like this. Crossed over. And a little bit of Kim's fresh rosemary from the herb garden. Put that on top. And actually we could add just the whole sprig right there. That would look kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Thank you all once again for joining us here on the food truck. This is Gonzo Gourmet Food Truck, and you are watching Cooking on the Food Truck with Chef Brandon and Kim. See you next time.